Alrighty now, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel, and welcome back to the to our SQL Odyssey, our SQL project. The project, of course, has to do with furniture data, with furniture sales. The data, of course, comes from our world and comes from Kaggle. I'll just mention here that you can come over here to the so you look in the description below, and you'll see that there's going to be a link to this GitHub repository. You can find everything you need to follow along here, from requirements to data, and also an answer sheet. Okay, let's go and open up the second one. There's actually two requirements. The second one has hints in it. Specifically, it'll give you a hint if a particular project needs use something like CTEs or subqueries, okay? And I'll just mention that this is my second attempt at sales, of DW sales, right? Can I do a limit this? I'm doing this first part of the project. The first time I did it live, YouTube screwed up and the video was not watchable. Okay, now let's mention this isn't the first time I've had this problem, but it's a little tiring. So what I'm doing this evening is I'm actually playing this stream live on my phone. You can see I've also already sent myself a message from the phone. Okay. Okay, yeah. You can't use limit. I will mention one thing about ChatGPT. That is, if you want to be sure and tell it which database system you are using, because as you can see, this very simple example here, there's no limit function, but there's a top function. Okay. And we'll take a quick look at some data here just to see what's going on. You know the usual drill, right? Order date, start date, order ID, row ID, ship date, ship modes, and so forth. Okay. So let's just do some very quick type of analysis. These are the type of things you want to start off right off the bat before we get down to the more serious stuff. Just to kind of get a handle on what's really going on with the data, okay? We can begin by counting the rows. Okay. One row equals one order. So we got 2,121 rows. Tables. Columns. And of course, if you are in the background there, be sure to stop by and say hi, okay? I'm going to send a reply to my own message. Okay. So we can do things like, well, let's count the number of distinct Let's just see how many order dates we have. So we have 889 order dates. What is the starting and ending order date? Okay. The idea, we kind of start out nice and slow, and then slowly get, as the juices get flowing, our mind starts, and the SQL part of our mind starts waking up and working. Then we go into a little more serious stuff, okay? So we got, so the first date is January 6, 2024, and the last order date is 12/30/2027, okay? Let's do this. Let's do something crazy here. Let's do this. We're going to group by order date. But what we want to know is, we want to know which dates have the, let's do this also. We want to know which dates have the most orders. Okay, so the biggest day was January or September 5th, 2016. We had 10 orders. Then we had a series of nines and eights. Okay, very good. Let's take a look at market segment, then account by market segment. And we can give it this isn't really important. So consumer is still our largest thing. It's almost twice as, it's actually probably twice as large as the other two combined, okay? Anyway, country, we know is U.S. state. Let's take a look at state. So the idea is just to get sort of a little warm-up session, look at some basic data. Because what happens, you may find yourself in a situation where you have to stall for time. Illinois, once again, let's do an order by. So let's see which states have the most orders. Descending. California, New York, this shouldn't be that big a surprise, should it? California, New York, Texas, and Pennsylvania. What about cities? Are we going to any cities? See, we're getting good information here, okay? That's the most important thing. It may look like we're really doing, really kind of piddle around, but we're actually just trying to get a handle on the data. New York City, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, San Francisco. Okay, good. Region. Now what you notice, all I'm doing is just changing this first column right there. The change in the categorical column. The West, that should be no surprise, followed by the East, Central, and such and such. Region, product ID, category. Well, I think we only have one category, and that's just furniture, but let's see. You know, and this is something you should do with all your data, particularly if you got, particularly if you're working with data that's categorical. A categorical is a column that has a limited range of data, and it repeats. Okay, it repeats like the days of the week repeat over and over again. The months repeat over again. Category, subcategory repeat over and over again. Okay, so you can't do numeric functions on it. Okay. But this gives you a very good handle of exactly, you know, what the orders are telling us here. Okay. This one, let's see, let's go over here then. Yeah. You notice here, I replaced a lot of these things with underscores. Okay, particularly subcategory, because you can't have a minus sign in your column name. Well, you can, but that's separate. You have to surround it by quotes, okay, or square brackets. Furnishings has the largest name, total sales. Okay, let's just get a little crazy here, shall we? Let's just count some basic functions, basic statistical numbers for the entire data set, okay? Let's do, you know, this is a general thing. You might as well just round everything up. Okay. Average. Okay, we can come over here then and say sum. We could of course also do min and max cells, couldn't we? Do we want to do min? Oh, I don't know. So these are going to be total statistics for the entire data set, okay? Let's try something funky here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this, put it down here. Yeah, let's don't worry about quantity so much. Now we can of course take this and do a group by at the top. So we can do it. We can do a group by for say, a market segment. So let's see what happens now. Okay, so now we see total sales, 741,000, average sales 349, minimum sale, maximum sales, total discount, so forth, discount profit, total profit 18,004. Okay, good. Then we come up here now, very simply, and put, I'm trying to think here, market segment, market. Okay, and come down here. Okay. So consumer sales is the largest. All right, what else can we do here? Let's see, product. We can come up here, we can say product subcategory. Look at sales by category. And again, you could take this basic code here and use it over and over again for all the different things you want to look at. You can use this to calculate sales by customer. You can calculate by state, by city, what else? Order date. You may want to look at this by order date. We can come down here and do interesting. So chairs had the most total sales. We can say region. And this right here is actually a very good, I mean, some as simple list is actually a very good way to start out, okay? Because it gives us information in terms of just some idea what the data actually is like. So the West has the highest sales, that's no surprise. Also had the most number of orders. What about profit? Suppose we sorted it by profit instead. I find it interesting, we actually have some negative profits there. And again, the West has the biggest one. Okay, so let's save this. Now let's get started on some of the projects here. Okay. First one, generate a report that shows total sales, total quantity, and total profits for the entire year using order date. Okay. Now I remember. So, to a certain extent, we can actually use what we've already got here. Okay. So if we got more here, and they're actually asking for. So we can come up here and say, okay. Suppose you don't actually need the. Now, one note here I might say, and that is that focus on a single database, because there are some differences between say Oracle and SQL Server, and between Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, or Postgres. So you really want to focus on a single database and really learn the nuances of the code for that. Okay. So order year. Okay. So you can see 2016 was the biggest date, okay? But let's do this. So that's problem one. We gave them a little bit extra. We gave them all the years, and let's do an order by year. Now the question becomes this. We say, well, you know what? We want to see it by year, but how do we know what you might say, we want year, but how do we know what functions are available for dates in Oracle? Now we got it sorted by year, okay? But the question was, okay, well, how do we know what functions are available for in SQL Server? So we can come over here and say and ask a question. Okay. Or we could ask something more specific, okay? Right? See, it's got year. Now, I believe there's also a second one. I think there's a date part function you might be able to use. Yeah, date part, okay. It shows total sales by month. Now, it may not come to any surprise to you, but there's actually also a month function. Okay. There's the month. How can I return This could be a date part function. Let's see. Okay, good. You know, the thing I want to keep harping on here, it's very, that's not good. Let's see something here. Thinking. And we already have this. Now I got it by month. We come up here and we say, comment this out. Now this may not work because it may not recognize it as being a see, it sorts them alphabetically, okay? Well, let's give us the abbreviation portion of it here. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Okay, very good. Very good. Let's come back over here now. All right. Save this. What's our next question? Okay. Well, we know the category is only one category, but we come up here anyway. We can say we're just gonna keep using this same thing because this gives us all the possible data we need for the sales here. Okay, so we come up here. Well, in addition, of course, to there's only one category. That's furniture, right? That's okay. Now you got your sales. Average sales, minimum sales, and so forth. No discounts. And you know what, my friends? We're going to save project 2. Project 2. Okay, this one here looks pretty simple. Profile. I don't know what profiles mean. Summarizing total profits. So we got that. Do we want customer name? And let's do this. They didn't ask for it, but let's just give them the top 10 customers by total sales, okay? Plus we just throw in a bunch of information just to keep them happy, you know. There we go. Seth Vernon has the most number of sales at 8,332, followed by Joe, Elijah, Peter, Carol, and Juniper, and so forth, all right? So that gives you a hint. All right. So that gives you a little bit of a hint there. What, a little 45-minute session. We'll pick it up here. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Just if you click the bell icon, you know